Hello beautiful people, here's a quick overview over the new German BV-155 B-1, the free vehicle available from the new Battle Pass field testing. Hope you enjoy. If you start looking at the stat sheet, there are several unique things here. First, the altitude at which the max speed of 695 km/h is achieved. That is, for realistic battles anyhow, completely useless with 15,500 meters or around 50,000 feet. No one but AFK players and players who just lurk around to try to steal a win at the end of a match will be found up here at battle rating 3.7 in air battles. At sea level, the max speed is a much more modest 450 km/h, so the BV can't really run from anything down low. The second, and by far the most interesting stat, is the turn time. The BV is one of the best, if not the best, turning fighter for rank 2 and up that Germany now has access to, with a very impressive 17.2 seconds. This means that this contraption can basically turn as good as a zero. Go figure. Another aspect worth mentioning is the incredible low repair cost with only 1070 silver lions. There's of course also an increase in RP and SA rewards, since the BV has premium status. The last thing I will mention about the stat sheet is the quite poor rate of climb. Here we only find 13.8 meters a second, so if you want to climb with around 250 km/h, don't expect more than a 16 or 17 degrees climb. The 151 is classified as an interceptor, and that means that it does get an air spawn. That does help some with a rather lackluster rate of climb. The model itself is very interesting to look at, and the cockpit of the BV is beautifully modeled as well. It even has a telescopic sight. The aircraft is armed with two 20mm MG151s, one in each wing, with a total of 400 shells. Center mounted is a 30mm Mk108 cannon. Now the Mk108 cannot use any AP shells, but can use incendiary and the deadly high explosive Minigeschoss shell. Sadly, the BV cannot carry any secondary weapons at all, so no bombs or rockets. What surprised me the most was of course how crazy good for a German-bred plane the BV-155 can turn. It looks like a glider plane with its long, thin, straight wings, definitely meant for high altitudes, so seeing it turn like this is pretty nuts to look at. Unless you're up against a Spitfire, a Zero or a biplane, you can pretty much win all turn fights. In dives it does not seem to compress much, which is great in both air and mixed battles. Last thing I noticed is that the engine does not seem to overheat fast. This is especially useful close to the ground, where the top speed is so lackluster and the BV can use every help it can get. The information page is not yet available, so the info on the wing's rip speed and on how strong the flaps and landing gear is has to wait a bit. I think the BV-155 will become much more useful than I first thought it would be when I saw the design and its intended primary role. But that was about it. Until next time, remember to deploy your dive brakes. Have a good one.